welcome to Sports Lumo's 50 Greatest Olympic Moments for India. I am Siddharth Vishwanathan, Editor-in-Chief of SportsLumo.com, and in this special episode, I will focus upon Vijender Singh. Folks, Vijender Singh changed the very face of boxing in so many ways. But when Vijender Singh started, he was like any other normal sportsman. He used to play so that he could get a stable government job. In India, getting a government job is your one-stop shop for stability and also ensuring that income comes at a regular interval. Vijender's plight was no different. Hailing from Bhiwani, Haryana, he and his brother Manoj used to go to boxing sessions in Bhiwani under the watchful eyes of Jagdish Kumar. He nurtured Vijender's talent. And at the age of 18, he was already making big waves in the world of boxing. He had secured silver in the Afro-Asian Cup in 2003. And at the age of 18, he entered the Athens Olympics in 2004. Vijender lost in the opening rounds in the welterweight division. But he admitted at that time that participation in the Olympics was something much more different and much more bigger than what he could have ever imagined. Slowly but surely, Vijender Singh started to get a lot of time. Vijender Singh realized that he had to win on the big stage. 2006, bronze in the Asian Games. 2006, Commonwealth Games, silver. And silver yet again in one of the major events before the 2008 Olympics. Vijender was now set for the big stage. The winning run that he had in the Commonwealth as well as in the Asian Games now put him in a good state heading into Beijing 2008. Against Ecuador's Góngora, Vijender Singh showed his mettle. He had defeated his earlier opponents in good style. When he used his speed, his jabs to good effect. The win against Góngora was simply stunning because Vijender Singh had reached the semi-finals. Against Emilio Correa of Cuba, he lost. But Vijender Singh had scripted history. As he had entered the semi-finals, even the loser gets the bronze. And thus, Vijender Singh scripted history. 2008 Beijing Olympics was historic in a lot of ways. Abhinav Bindra's 2008 gold opened a whole new path for shooters in the country. Sushil Kumar's bronze in wrestling paved the way for so many wrestlers to showcase their mettle on the big stage. Add to these two, Vijender Singh's bronze in boxing. Vijender Singh did not participate in the 2012 London Olympics as he had turned professional. If a boxer turns professional, he can't participate in the Olympics. He has achieved success in the professional level as well. But Vijender Singh, from trying to box for a government job, is now one of the prime names in boxing sport. It is very important to note that Vijender Singh's exploits in 2008 Beijing changed the entire face of boxing. And one must remember at that time, in 2008, that Vijender Singh was not touted as the medal horse. It was Kumar. Akhil Kumar was one of the major medal hopefuls, but he crashed out in the quarterfinals, which was a shock to the entire contingent. But Vijender Singh kept the flag flying when he secured the bronze in Beijing. The legend of Vijender Singh began from that moment in Beijing. Thank you so much for joining us on the special episode of 50 Greatest Olympic Moments for India. Press the subscribe button. Tap the bell icon. Like, comment and share, folks. Sports Lumo's 50 Greatest Olympic Moments is your one-stop shop for all historical anecdotes, for every historical information that you need about India's glorious representation in the Olympics. I will be back with more interesting anecdotes in the coming weeks. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you.